Hello, neighbor. I'm Robert Burns, and welcome once again to another edition of Sound Off Louisiana. And this is the first little one-on-one that we've had for the new year. So happy belated New Year, since we're almost into February. And we're looking forward to a very productive 2024. And on that note, I want to say that this too is the very first episode out of some, I don't know, close to 600 or so over the years that we've done that has focused on what I'm going to call housekeeping. And it's very simple. We are making a change that I am very excited about because I believe it's going to enhance both the efficiency and the overall quality of Sound Off Louisiana. And what we're doing in that regard is we are scrapping our historical email distribution. Now, most blogs and most publications have long since gone away from that. The Hayride in its early years had one called the Nooner, things of that effect. Advocate, they still do have a little, deal you sign up for. But for the most part, people visit websites, and that's what we're going to need going forward, is for you to just make it a point to visit the homepage of Sound Off Louisiana. That's how you'll know in the future of posts. And I'll tell you in just a second why we're doing that. But I believe it's going to be tremendously beneficial for the productivity of Sound Off Louisiana. Now, as a brief primer for those of you not familiar with blogs, if you are working on a document in Word or Excel, that's obviously a Microsoft product. And if something goes wrong, you can bet Microsoft is on top of it. They will hear consumer complaints and they will fix it really fast. In sharp contrast, in the blogging world, we have what's called open source software, and what that basically is it's just a hodgepodge of a bunch of, for lack of a better word, computer geeks that come together, and they produce these things called plugins. And you have to have various plugins to operate a blog. I have approximately 8 plugins. You pick and choose the ones you want, as well as the theme that you want. Now, I'm not going to get too deep into all that, but ideally those plugins would work together to produce a feature where everything is in harmony. And for the most part, that has happened over the course of Sound Off Louisiana. However, I will say that there is one plugin, specifically Jetpack, which instead of coming together in harmony, it kind of does this. And it locks you up, and it causes a problem, most notably, in my case, email distribution, because Jetpack is also responsible for that. Nevertheless, Jetpack is kind of indispensable because it provides the stats to let me know what folk are interested in, what they're not interested in. So, rather than spending, and I know I have spent a good 15 hours trying to resolve this latest Jetpack issue, which has been about the 5th one in the last few months, and I'm tired of it, I'm going to be honest. And so, what we are doing is we are scrapping the email notifications. There will no longer be a concept of subscriber. There's never been a charge, ever. Never, nor will there ever be. I don't do advertising, no subscription fee, and I do not accept contributions. But we're doing away with the whole concept of the subscriber, which in itself will mean that email distributions are being done away with. What that's going to mean is you need to just make it a point to visit the site soundoffla.com. You can do it every 2 or 3 days because, as you well know, I put out fairly detailed features. Just look at the most recent John Clary feature. That is not something you're going to throw together in a couple of days' time. I'm very proud of that feature, but it's not something that you just spend a few hours at a keyboard and get done. So you can check it every day or so, every third day. It's not like you're going to have 5 articles to go get caught up on. That's not where Sound Off is focused. The reason I'm excited about it, I have never, never, liked the email distribution system that is deployed by WordPress. Number one, I have never liked the fact that rather than just providing a link to the feature, they literally put, and I have no control over this, they put the content of the feature in its entirety in the email that gets sent out. And I don't like that because the initial draft, I may have an error here, an error there. Usually they're small, grammar, typographical, whatever the case. And when we fix it online, you update it and bam, that error's no longer there. But they're always on the ones, the emails that get sent out. I don't know who came up with that concept. I think it's horrible. But as I said, it's just a bunch of computer geeks. And, you know, when things don't mesh, you got a problem because there is no company for you to go call to get a fix. You got to start Googling and working on getting it resolved. And that is one more pain in the rear that I am not going to do going forward. I guess you can say I've made an executive decision that we are scrapping the email distribution system. The other big advantage is that since the emails will no longer go out, out of the hundreds of emails that go out, because it's got all of the content in there, only about 2% of the people that subscribe actually click through to see the feature. The logic being, hey, he got everything in here in the email, why should I click? That causes a guaranteed missing out on the video. And this is a video blog, and I'm making a concerted effort in 2024 to shift more of the content to video and less to the written part. So hence, that also facilitating not having a large written content in emails that overrides the whole purpose of having the video in the blog in the first place. So, folk, I'm looking very forward to it. But what it does mean is that if you are an email subscriber, or if you know someone who is, you need to just make it a point to visit the Sound Off LA homepage every few days, and you'll be in good shape. You're not going to miss anything. I am probably going to gradually send notices, and when I say gradually, it's going to be very slow because there are hundreds and hundreds of email subscribers that have piled up, and I have no way to mass communicate with them. Thanks again, once again, thanks again to Jetpack. I can't thank them enough for all the heartache that they have caused and wasted time on something that I'm not efficient at, and I am no longer going to do. I have let some posts for state police be put on hold in trying to resolve this technology issue. I'm not going to do that anymore. We will be going hot tomorrow with a state police post, and there will be ones to follow that, and we've got posts entailing other subject matters as well. But I wanted to come to you with this, what I'm going to call a housekeeping transition video, to let you know that we will no longer be doing the email alerts. That little paragraph at the bottom of every feature, you're never going to see it again because it's being done away with. I think it's going to make our blog far more efficient and far more productive. But it will require you to go to the homepage, every 2 or 3 days, and you should be no worse for the wear, and you'll have not only the text content, but the video embedded right there for you. So, wanted to let you know of that change. Again, want to thank all of our dedicated folk. I can no longer use subscriber. I have to get broken from that. Want to dedicate all of our followers who go to the website, soundoffla.com, and read and view our features. Thank you once again, and I hope everyone's new year has gotten off to a fantastic start. We'll see you with tomorrow's LSP feature tomorrow. Thank you so much.